Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On this video, I will recommend to you 5 comic books that I feel you should pick up on this week of the comics are released this week on September 14th and 15th. 14 for DC Comics, 15 for everything else. So why don't we go ahead and get started? My first recommendation here is I Am Batman #1. This is written by John Ridley with art by Olivia Copiel and colors by Alex Sinclair. There's a lot of covers. We saw I Am Batman #0 a little bit earlier in the month. So this book, in the throes of future state, the streets of Gotham cry for justice as Jace Fox answers the call. So if you read Future State, you know that Jace Fox, who is Lucius Fox's kid, has taken over the mantle of Batman in this future state. So with a new and improved Batsuit, Jace hits the streets to inspire and protect as he follows the trail of the voice of misinformation and violence, the anarchist anti-Oracle. Can the new Dark Knight counterbalance their plan to inspire an armed rebellion of citizens of Gotham? So can one man inspire a city? I think John Ridley has a really amazing take on Batman. John Ridley's also been doing those comics, the other history of the DC universe that are pretty amazing from DC Black Label. So I'm very excited for this. And Olivia Copiel, just great artist in my opinion. So very excited for that as well. All right, our next book is going to be The Trial of Magneto. Now, if you know, we actually review this, the first issue here. So this will be X-Men, The Trial of Magneto #2. It is written by Leah Williams, with story credit also by Jonathan Hickman, with art by Lucas Wernick, colors by Edgar Delgado, and letters by Clint Cowles. So in issue #1, we found out that Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, had been killed on Krakoa, and the main suspect is Magneto. So heroes from the Marvel Universe came to Krakoa for a memorial, but now they have to fight Magneto as he pushes the Krakoa Council to the brink. Also, there's something wrong with the body. So in the first issue, we know that there's been all this speculation about what happened to Wanda. I really like this book. It's really a spiritual successor to Williams' X-Force, or X-Factor, excuse me. So I'm very much excited to kind of read that and get to the bottom of what's going on with Wanda. So next up, we have Primordial #1. This will have actually, I'll do a full review of Primordial #1, but for now, this is written by Jeff Lemire with art by Andrea Sorrentino. We have Dave Stewart on colors and letters by Steve Wands. So in the brink, in 1957, the USSR launched a dog, Laika, into Earth's orbit. 2 years later, the US responded with 2 monkeys, Abel and Baker. These animals never returned, but unbeknownst to everyone, they did not die in orbit. They were taken, and now they are coming home. Now, if you're familiar with this team, Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino have worked on a lot of books. They did a run on a Green Arrow during the New 52. They worked on Old Man Logan, the Eisner Award-winning Gideon Falls, and they've reunited for Joker, Taylor Smile, I believe, with the Black Label. This team works very well together. I'll have a full review of this on Wednesday morning, on the morning of the 15th. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it, and you definitely want to pick this book up. So next up, we have from Behemoth Comics, and this is an imprint that I'm not very familiar with, but I've seen a lot of stuff, and it looks very interesting so far. So we have Nobody's Child #1, written by Massimo Rossi and art by Ramiro Borrello. So in an unspecified future, it is discovered that within a special breed of albino rhinoceros, there's a genetic code that holds the properties to regenerate men that can cure all diseases, even those that are very serious. As a result, in a short period of time, this albino rhino becomes nearly extinct, leaving just one, Sabium. Enter Bakari, a boy dealing with his own devastation who now decides to dedicate his life to protecting this rhino. So this sounds very, very different than anything I've read recently, but I'm very excited just because it looks different. It's something new. Now, I wonder if they'll touch on. I mean, in the real world, if there's only one of one animal, like there's no coming back from extinction. So I'm very interested on how they're going to deal with that. But yeah, I want to read that. I think it looks interesting. I think it looks fun. So I'm looking forward to that. The last book. Now, this one is kind of a bit of a big ask for me to ask you to purchase this because it's a really nice hardcover book. So we have Batman: The World. This is from DC Comics. It's actually created by 14 different teams from around the world, from 14 different countries. I believe it's an anthology book that will have just Batman stories from all these teams. I'll drop the trailer for the book that DC put out in the description of this video if you want to go check it out. This one, like I said, it's a hardcover book, so it'll be more pricey than your normal book, but I feel that it's going to be worth it. I think the design here of the book, I think the fact that we're getting 14 different stories from teams from all over the world, I'm really looking forward to seeing different takes of Batman from around the world. It kind of reminds me of the Star Wars Visions project that we're getting pretty soon on Disney Plus. So, well, that's going to be all the comics that I'm recommending. Let me know what else you're picking up. We'll have more reviews of comics, trailer reactions, all that stuff coming up during the week. So make sure, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. And please share, like, subscribe, comment, all the good YouTube stuff. And check out our Patreon. We have a Patreon in the description. We do a raffle every month for one of our patrons. We send you a little thank you gift from our collection. And all that stuff just kind of helps us with all these videos and all that. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.